Hey guys, welcome to the Ultimate Adventure Guide.
Hey guys, great to see you. Type in Hey Teacher Ref in YouTube, come to my channel, go to the About section, scroll down, see the 4 links, bottom right link, support small business. Once you hit that, donate anything above 10 bucks and I'll send you my newest Ultimate Adventure Guide Miami because I want you to feel excited, exhilarated, and refreshed like I did after jet skiing on South Beach. Yeah! You should definitely come to the beach, lay out, and swim in the ocean. I mean, you can go in 20, 30 feet. I think you're going to be fine. I think your kids are going to be fine. Going in 10, 15 feet is not a big deal. I would just say that beyond 30 feet, you pretty much want to make sure that you know what you're doing because you never know. You know, maybe these sharks are coming closer to the shoreline because they're really hungry, or maybe the migration patterns have changed, or maybe it's always been this way. I don't really know, but I am surprised. From what I gathered, there were 237 shark attacks between 2011 and 2020 here in Miami. And it was ranked as #1 in shark attacks in the United States. Compare that to all of the lakes in Florida. There are countless lakes, and people love to go fishing on the lakes, and they love to do acrobatic jet skiing, or I should say water skiing on these lakes. And I think they're like world renowned. I think they have like some of the best water skiing acrobatics in the world out there in Lakeland. It's in mid California, or mid Florida, between Orlando and Tampa, and that's kind of fun. Except the locals up there, when I was talking to them off camera, they were telling me that there are many alligators on all of these lakes and that they're docile creatures as long as you don't feed them. They say that you can't feed the alligators because if you do, they'll never leave you alone. They'll keep coming back, and that's when it becomes dangerous. That's when animal control has to be called to I guess, you know, capture them and put them down. But otherwise, if you don't feed the alligators, the locals say that you're not going to have a problem. But either way, I don't want to go near the lakes. I'm terrified of alligators. I don't want anything to do with them. I mean, I think the normal person would say that, but people in Florida, they're so used to alligators that they don't think it's a big deal. One lady who's the owner of a great barbecue place up in Lakeland that's been open for 40 years, she said that she has an alligator in her backyard, and then she was telling me the measurements of the head. I just couldn't believe it. I said that the people out there were brave. Try to be nice, try to be diplomatic. I said, you guys are very brave, because people not from Florida, I don't think we like to get too close to alligators. I think that we wouldn't allow an alligator to live in our backyards. Maybe that's just me. So, but Miami is a really nice place. It's actually, in my opinion, it's cleaned up so much in the last 20 years, and from what I hear in the last 40 and 50 years, it's cleaned up tremendously. If you take the movie Scarface and you create a timeline, you'll see that back then it was a very dangerous and seedy and dirty and just reckless area, and you wouldn't want to bring your family out here for a vacation. Maybe certain parts, but not like Ocean Drive. Ocean Drive back then was not the place it is today. And of course, the famous Gianni Versace, he had his world-renowned brand Versace named after him, that he helped mold and start and develop. And his tragic, you know, untimely death on the steps of the Versace mansion over there on Ocean Drive happened. And now that mansion has been turned into a restaurant, and they have this beautiful fountain inside, which they don't allow me to film in there for whatever reason. I don't know. I didn't want to get in trouble, but if you look on YouTube, I'm sure you can find videos of people jumping into that fountain and then getting kicked out of there. That's what I was told yesterday by this person who didn't want to go swimming because she was afraid of sharks. So that's kind of interesting, kind of fun. Well, I don't do that. But it's fun to hear those stories once in a while, right? So that Ocean Drive, it was kind of a pit back then, 50 years ago in the 70s. It's kind of a very low life sort of area, infestation, you know. But then the Cubans came over from what I've been told, and they bought up the property and they remodeled it and they refreshed it, and they brought that beautiful culture of theirs and that passion for life, and they created such awesome architecture, the Art Deco, sort of an Art Deco district, right? And they brought their flavor, their food, their charisma, that life force, that energy, and they transformed Ocean Drive into what it is today, this gorgeous, world-renowned, small street that is just such a unique place. You can't really compare it to any other place, you know? There are so many unique places in the United States that are very short, right? Just one single street. Las Vegas, for example, New Orleans, for example, you know, New York, you know, Manhattan, Times Square, for example. Very unique, very small, one little road, but the world's population wants to come and crash the party all the time. So Ocean Drive is like that. It's gorgeous, and I definitely suggest visiting anytime, especially during March. I would say the weather is perfect. Mid to late March would be perfect, because right now it's windy, but it's not cold. But 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, it was windy and it would be cold right now. Like 4 p.m. in the afternoon, you wouldn't want to be out here because it was so windy. You would have to have a long sleeve and pants, believe it or not. But only 3 hours prior, it would have been warm enough to go into the water. So the temperature does change in early March quite rapidly. But now in late March, it's really nice. Now it's getting really warm. As you're standing in the sun, you feel, you know, the sun just kind of burning you up. In the shade, it's totally perfect kind of weather. And as you can tell, the beaches are getting crowded. 2 weeks ago, it was sort of deserted. There were literally 200 people from as far as the eye can see that way to as far as the eye can see that way, right? 3 weeks ago, 200 people total. Now, as you can see, how many people is that? I mean, probably a couple thousand, I would imagine. I'm just guessing. So as time goes on and our present reality hopefully melts away and we forget about it and we start opening up, more people are going to come to these beaches, and it's going to be so crowded you won't even have a place to put your drink down in the sand. So you should probably come to Miami now before it comes back to normal. And all of these hotels along the coast, they're very, very expensive. Very expensive hotels, very expensive condos. But there are some great deals. So I'm gonna furnish one of those gems, right? Diamonds in the rough for you. And it's gonna save you a lot of money. And it's clean, and it's safe, it's creative, it's a social place. You'll definitely meet new people there. It's international. And you don't have to worry that maybe you're not 20 years old anymore. It's really open to everyone. Yeah, it has a younger vibe, but even so, the people are very open to everyone, and you're not going to be discriminated against no matter where you come from or how old you are. So you don't have to worry about that. So I hope you enjoyed this little preview of what Miami has to offer, and I'll see you on the beach soon. Take care, and remember, ultimate adventure guides are the way to go. See you next time.
Discover Miami.